car that dropped out was the Daniel Wicks number 49. So everybody else will just kind of shuffle here into starting spots. As again, we did not get a start. That's still green flag is an indication to the drivers that the start is on.
That's a milk and
Back straightaway under the control of Dakota.
guy that used to hang out with us. I used to work with him. Doug
Into the safe haven on the big track.
Yeah, we know.
So the field will come back around off turn number 4. Waving green flag. Let's start this one. Casper trying to fill the open hole on the inside for 14D of Dale under the inside here. So that'll be a battle for 5th as they work around turn number 4.
Ryan Lentz slowing out the back straightaway. Yes, Ryan.
Cylinder feature event again. This is the Rusty Diamond Course 4-cylinder feature event for the evening. So the cleanup crew will come out and pick up. And that is now a 1-seater.
Yeah, watch the guy in last.
So and back under the controls of Dakota Miller, Casey Pugh, and David Bronca. Bronca's found victory lane twice. Charles Palmer, your other feature winner, who was going to get it done here tonight at the green flag. Bronca just over Casey Pugh, and now Palmer trying to get it to Pugh. Green flag for a second again. Casper's going to take full advantage. They headed at the race.
Yeah, you've got another shot at the back end again from Palmer. Turns up in front of Hina, who thought he could really outside. Third, and hot hands will follow through in fourth. And now here comes Tim for the start, coming off turn number 4. So it'll be Pinell, and to his outside, Sean Nye. 30 laps the distance, Lancaster Sportsman, and we are green.
Turn number 4 with the 2-girl cover. Sportsman off fives. They come up to full song down the back straightaway. And it's going to be Sean Nye leading the parade into turns number 3 and 4. And now rides second, Johnny Barber to the outside. Then it's Catalano.
Look at the inside of Catalano, and then Catalano will hold court on the outside. Meanwhile, Mendez moves up on the inside of the other Catalano machine. Zacharias and Jan Kowiak in the mix was scored to the outside of Jan Kowiak as they all jam up behind. Now about 3 car lengths for 9.
I have Mark Pinell as they come off in turn number 4.
Coming off turn number 4. He's going to try to charge back up spinner in turn number 2. That's Trevor Catalano going sideways. Timmy Lewis catches the foam protecting the pit gate in turn number 2, and we are under caution for the first time. It got run out of syllables.
If you play Scrabble with Patrikowski, how many points would that be?
You need at least 3 game boards, I think, to get that word scored.
We pick up the pace off quarter 4 as Sean Nye will dash together. Catalano is there. Knock on the door too as we got a couple in trouble by a race here. Well,
50, that will be a NASCAR restart decision.
yeah, basically, if we couldn't explain that one, I'll explain it to you. Bills and flex scheduling from 1 o'clock game to 8 o'clock on a Sunday night. Possibility win here. The wily veteran Johnny Barber into turns number 1 and 2, and a better restart that time for Barber as they'll take off single foul top 3 with Catalano in tow. Battle for 4th between Bobby Weber and Mark Pinell as they swing off at turn number 4.
Jimmy Zacharias, and it looks like Andy J trying to
outside lane has been able to hang with the leader on a start, restart. It's going to be 3 laps to Pater now. So that's we've been modified to long-term flag in the air. Here comes Bonson defending back to second. And Max McLaughlin on the comeback thread. He is up to the stage being rolled out now to Victory Lake here at the start and finish line as they're way on towards 150. Hager is he's thankful for being out here. I was going to give it a case or
That's a Marjack. I think he helped us out. There's a little bit of money there going up in the air.
Fireworks on the track, fireworks off the track for sure. Great night here in Central New York for the NASCAR Wheel and Modified.
Central? I don't think so.
He ran a good race and it was nice and easy at the beginning. Well, he wasn't pleased with how to play. Made a puzzle.
Dave Bank, Mikey Myers, and the whole staff to put this whole show on. Dave Bader there in his little run. Ted Patrick started us in. I think it's pretty even time-wise. I just had the right part of the normals to try to lap somebody. And he got by me, and it's a bad time to have our first pit stop probably in 5 years. But, you know, guys always are balanced out. You know, you just...
When I next time I see Vito, I say, when can I get my tickets for next year?
I'm happy to still get back to the second there.
One hell of a show. Wow.
And Patrick was there on that green white checker.
Yeah, it must be his trophy there with him.
Give away, Lancaster. Let's wave off the street stocks.
All right, so Cleversley and the number 19 of Jose will ready to field now into the starting zone for your 8th turn number 4. Ready, we have now time for some Clever Friendly to wrap up the evening. Sounds like a nice dessert after a very healthy main course.
Definitely a filling full course with modified to the same. The shoot stocks due for the dessert pace car to the same pavement of the infield. Garrett Cleversley and Kyle Sosha will lead them to the greens in turn number 4. Dakota Miller eyes the field. You can turn those about why Dakota 3-2 on the street stocks.
All to the finish side by side. Gets called off by a caution flag waving with 1 lap remaining. The Bob Homer machine, 9th would be the 01 Tyler Day, and the 52 of Cleversley, who is your pole sitter, would round out the top 10. As Mark Tour, what has been a very exciting caution lights off around the racetrack. Pace car back into the infield. 1 lap to settle it. Who will it be? Will it be Mulvey or Hope, or will somebody behind them in the benefactor? Green flag leads off turn number 4. Down to a half-car length margin of victory as Ken Maltby holds on Mark Hope to take the win.